Good afternoon. It's episode 73. Episode 73 of Wednesday Afternoon Live with SaleenDriver. Me. See? Yep, wrong side. See? Even got the Saleen Club of America shirt on today. This is the show about nothing in particular. A distinction we must make for our friends who have trademarked, evidently, the saying, the show about nothing. Well, this is also a show about nothing, but nothing in particular. Although it always does seem to degenerate into college football. Well, speaking of college football, big game for the Florida Gators this weekend. Well, I mean, not really a big game. I mean, it's a foregone conclusion of what's going to happen, but it's just a matter of how badly it's going to be happening. There's my buddy Jesse, first guy to show up. And right behind him is one of my watch buddies, Tennessee Mike, who happens to be an Alabama fan and was questioning earlier in a Facebook Messenger chat group that we both belong to, whether or not I would be speaking about college football today. These live streams always seem to be about college football or other kind of social commentary crap, but almost never about watches. So much for me being a watch channel, right? Oh, I am thirsty today. What's up, Pizza Woman? Pizza Woman wants Coombs fired. Okay. Who's Coombs? I don't know who Coombs is. But I've changed my thing to Fire Grantham, hashtag Fire Grantham, start AR-15. For those of you who don't know, AR-15 is our redshirt rookie quarterback, Anthony Richardson, or AR. And he wears number 15, so AR-15. I'm sure that pisses off the gun nuts. I hope it does anyway. Oh, guy, let's see. Watch Crazy. Let's see. He wants to know my thoughts on the GWG 2000. I don't know. I'm not sure what a GWG 2000 is. If you give me a minute, I'll look it up. See what I think about what it looks like. Hang on. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's not a bad looking watch. I'm looking at a picture of it right now. I like the one with the blue bezel. That looks nice. It's a little bit too much for me personally. A lot of lumps and bumps and guards and this and that all over the case. Probably not a watch that I would buy and wear. If somebody gave me one, I'd be happy to receive it. Somebody gave me one to review, I'd be happy to review it, but that's not a watch that I would particularly buy myself. But we all know, Watch Crazy, that Casio makes a good G-Shock product. So, yeah, definitely a tool watch. Definitely a tool watch, but not a watch that I would be buying. But I mean, I use I have several G-Shock squares that I use for when I do exercising or when I'm out. I need a grab and go watch. I usually grab one of my squares. Yeah, that watch is a little much for me. Watch Crazy, but looks good enough. Do you have one, or are you contemplating buying one? How much are they anyway? Do you know how much they are? Okay, so Coombs is the defensive coordinator for Ohio State. Gee, somebody wanting their defensive coordinator fired. I can't relate. Let's see. Bulldog JC's here. Good afternoon to you. Big Lee's here. What's up with you, sir? TSIP, Texas TSIP Central. How you doing? Battle Angels here. Good to see you, my dear. Good to see you. Battle Angel was labeled recently by Uncle Lou as, what was it, Korean Chinese or Chinese Korean? I don't know why you didn't walk up behind him and just kind of slap him on the back of the head, Battle Angel. Come on. You can't be letting him get away with that kind of thing. Come on, man. You got to keep your guy under control. Come on. Korean Chinese. Okay, so. Well, let's see. Caleb's here. Good to see you, sir. Let's see. Watch Crazy says he has a previous version, GWG 1000 in green, 660 euros, and new one slightly more. Okay, good. Mike Hogue says the champ is here, but I don't see him. So, but my chat window just went a little wonky there. So, no, Jeff. Come on. We all know that the Gums are going to beat Florida, so I don't know why anyone is sitting there worried about what's going to happen on Saturday down in the swamp. So just take it easy, Jeff. Well, Ballard, I appreciate that, but we all know that Alabama's walking out of the swamp with a win. It's just not going to happen. The only question in my mind and any intelligent Florida Gators mind is not if Florida is going to lose, but if Florida can keep it competitive. The only way, and I've said this before, the only way Florida wins the game on Saturday is if the entire first team of Alabama's offense gets COVID, which obviously nobody is wishing on them, but that's the only way that Florida is going to win that game. They have no defense. Even if the offense were the same offense as last year, when we gave Alabama everything they could handle and more, we haven't got a defense, guys. Without a defense, you can't stop a team like Alabama. You can't even slow them down. So I suspect this game is over by the end of the first half, pretty much. I think it's probably the line. The last line I looked at, the line of the Florida-Alabama game was 15.5. I think that's too low. I think the line should be 21. I really don't think that Florida is going to be within 3 scores at the end of the game. I just don't see it, especially if we're starting Emory Jones. He should have lost his starting job by now. Tiger Cat's here. What's up, my dear? Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see. Ballard's trying to be modest. His O-line is piss poor. Well, as long as your quarterback can sling it, what do you care? Let's see. Tiger Baskin should not be hidden. I already did unhide them. Jesus Christ. Hang on, let me check. I unhid him last week. He was on here last week. Hang on. I don't understand why this keeps happening. Hold on. Hold on, guys. He's not on my block list. I swear to you, he is not on my block list. I don't know why he's not appearing. He's not there. He's not on my block list. I unblocked him last week. So I don't know what to tell you. He is not blocked. Let's see. All right, let me check. Good to see you, Slim Shady King. Let me check one more place. One more thing. Hang on. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Let me figure this out. He's not there. Okay, Tiger, try it again. Tiger, try to post again. I tell you, he's not on my block list. I checked both block lists. There are two block lists on Facebook. There's a block list for the comments section, and there's a block list for the channel itself. So I've checked both block lists. He's not on either one. So I don't know why Tiger Baskins can't post. I really don't. He isn't there. I'm telling you, he's not there. I mean, I can pull it up on a screen and show you my block list. He's not on it. If that's what I got to prove, if that's what I got to do to prove it. But moving on, Slim Shady Canes is here. I see that. See, I knew Slim wouldn't be wouldn't stay away. Nobody block Tiger Baskins. If he's trying to post, nobody hide him. I don't see him either. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Oops. The only tiger in the chat is Tiger Cat. Anyway, moving on. I hope Tiger Baskin shows up because I don't know what's going on. So let's see. Pizza Woman wants her DC fired. I want my DC fired. Anyone else want any coaches fired? We got any Nebraska fans in here that want their coaches fired? Chess Hall's here. Okay, well, TB must be in here or somewhere, but I don't know. Ballard wants his offensive line coach fired. I thought your offensive line was playing fine. I mean, I saw okay. No show chess law. Come on. Well, Tiger Cat saying meow. I don't know what's going on with TK, but all right. TK's team is looking a little shaky right now. I guess so. Ballard says his offensive line players are good, but honestly, against Mercer, it looked like crap. Ooh, Ballard said crap. Uh-oh. Well, don't worry about it, Ballard. I mean, our defense is no threat to your offensive line. Anybody? Captain Trips is here. Good to see you. Captain Trips wants to know if there are any big games this weekend. You know, I can't think of one off the top of my head. I can't really think of any big games that matter in the long run. I don't know. Does anybody know of any big games coming up? Because I can't think of any. Florida's playing somebody, but I don't think it's going to be a game that really matters. I might watch it. I mean, just for the hell of it. I mean, I'm looking at my calendar. I don't really have anything better to do on a Saturday afternoon, so I'll probably watch the game. But no, I can't think of any bigger games coming out. The beginning of the college football season is usually pretty slow. Mike Hogue says Purdue versus Notre Dame is the biggest game of the weekend. Okay. Well, all right. I didn't know Purdue was playing Notre Dame. Where's it being played? Is it in South Bend? Does Purdue even have a chance? I don't know. I think Florida State's playing Wake Forest. So Florida State might go 0-3 at this week. I don't know if they've gone. I don't know if they've gone 0-3 in a long time. So that could be bad for Mr. Norvell down there. Is Rattlehead here? I didn't know Rattlehead was here. Oh, okay. Chesal says today is rough. Rattlehead, D4, Slim Mosley, Carter, all hung over. Well, don't do that to yourself, Chess. Don't be drinking. Can you imagine Chess Hall drunk? My God, trying to keep that guy under control drunk. That's got to be a tough assignment for anybody. So Rod says Purdue versus Notre Dame is a snooze fest. Probably. Mike Hogue says that a lot of people think Purdue has a good chance to beat Notre Dame. Notre Dame has not been looking good this season so far. So, yeah, I maybe Purdue can pull it off. So, I'm going to drop the link here. Hang on. Let's see. Okay. There's the StreamYard link. Everybody is welcome in. All males have to wear clothes. Clothing is optional for the females. And while we're waiting for somebody to come in, let's see. Don't forget to click that thumbs up button for me. I've only got one thumbs down so far. That means that there is a troll lurking around, or maybe it's Tiger Baskin's mad at me because he can't. He's I don't know why he's not showing up. I don't understand. Don't forget to click the thumbs up. Let's see. Ballard's in the background there. He's wearing clothes, thank God.
What's up, man? You ready for that boat whooping in the swamp on Saturday? I mean,
I'm not gonna be in the swamp, son. So I'm not gonna get my butt whipped. So I'm not worried about that.
I mean, it seems. I'm not going to trash talk too much, but let's just be honest. I mean, it won't be what it was in the title game last year.
I know that. I've been saying that since January 2nd. Go back and look at the video.
That's a very specific date, sir.
Well, I made the video the day after that Oklahoma debacle. Yeah. I said that this team will go 9-3. They will lose to the Gumps. They will lose to the Puppies. And they will lose to the Corn Dogs.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, the Corn Dog prediction is looking a little iffy because they don't look so good. They probably, I mean, it's still a game in Baton Rouge, and that's still a bad place to play, but, they got distractions, and they're looking a little shaky over there, so...
I don't know, man. A lot of people are not high on LSU this year, and a lot of people are expecting Coach O to get fired.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Saleen. Hello, Ballard.
No, it's Arlene is here. Come on.
Hello, Miss TK.
Hey, guys. How y'all doing?
Hi.
Hey, Ballard.
Saleen.
What?
Y'all ready to get your asses kicked in the swamp?
Yeah, I've been ready for that since January 2nd.
We're going to be having some gator stew, right after the game, in the place.
Gator meat does not stew very well, but it does fry good.
Well, we're going to have some fried gator outside after the game, where we all normally tailgate. And we're going to keep drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking some more.
All right. Hey, Ballard TK, how you doing today?
We're doing great, man. How you doing?
All right, I got a question for you. If somehow Dave Mullen has half of a brain and commits to run oriented ball controlling offense, do you think that might be cause for concern for Alabama, or do you think it won't matter?
I mean, wait, you're asking if he sticks to constant run game?
Or does ball control offense for the whole game?
Oh, if they can control the clock and... No, look, if they control the ball on offense and control the clock and keep Alabama and Bryce Young on the sideline, first off, I'm just going to say this, regardless of what, and Saleen, I know you're, probably not high on Emory Jones or whoever it is on the offense.
No, I'm not high on Emory Jones. And Texas team, turn on your camera so I can see you first, please.
I still think, regardless of what you guys want to say about Florida, I still think it's at least the first actual test. I mean, it's the SEC opener for both these teams. It's the first true test for Alabama's defense. Here's the thing about Miami. De'Aaron King was not 100% healthy. They don't have an O-line. And last week was who was it? Mercer?
Yeah.
Is anyone? I mean, that's a school in Georgia. So, I mean, I do think, if anything, for Alabama, this is their first test to see truly what the defense is made of, in a way. Unless you want to look a week ahead or so to Ole Miss and wait.
Yeah. Hey, another thing, what got you so impressed with Notre Dame, and why can Purdue get it done, or can get it done Saturday?
Honestly, I was I'm not impressed with Notre Dame, honestly. They almost lost to Florida State, who
they should have lost last week to Toledo.
Now. I'm sorry? They
should have lost last week to Toledo also.
They should have. Yeah, they suck. You guys could get that win actually. What's Purdue's record right now? Are they 2-0?
They're both undefeated.
This will be an interesting game to watch.
Yeah,
actually, this will be good.
Hey Ballard, I don't know if you get to see main Purdue highlights, but if you get a chance, go to YouTube, type in David Bell. The guy is a beast.
I'll do it right now. I'll mute it, but I'll watch it.
Right.
Hang on.
The wide receiver, right?
Big Wrist.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Big Wrist. I don't know who Fake Tebek is, but he's talking about drank and drunk, so okay. GF Sports, good to see you. Mike Vick's here. Good to see Mr. Vick. Somebody is accusing Ballard of hiding Tiger Baskin, so
I don't think
that's not good.
Hey,
No.
Ballard.
Yeah, so Ballard hit Tiger Baskins.
Yeah, Rod, you beautiful motherfuckers.
Hey,
Rod,
brother, how you doing, sir?
What's going
Let
on?
me check the hidden thing again. 'Cause
Hey,
Just say
baby,
my name.
Raj, my
Hey,
baby.
baby.
Hey, Raj. You said the Purdue game is going to be lame.
Late fucking snooze fest. I'm going to take a fucking nap.
That Georgia game could be a snooze fest in the second quarter when it's 34-0.
That's my team. Purdue's your team. Whatever.
I know. But, hey, no, I'm thinking 48-0 Georgia Saturday.
We'll see. They'll probably fucking. You don't ever fucking know.
So, is JT going to be back, or is it going to be the little guy, Stetson Bennett, Saturday?
Who fucking knows?
Why not Carson Beck? See, what's the deal with him?
Kirby's so full of fucking shit. His fucking eyes are brown.
He's stubborn, is what he is.
Yeah.
yeah, that's for sure.
It is what it is, though. I mean, ain't nothing we can fucking do about it till fucking that game day. I mean, he ain't gonna fucking say nothing. But whatever.
Well, hey, I mean, Mullen is just as stubborn about his quarterback choices as Kirby is, I guess.
Hey.
So
Yeah, I mean, they're
How many
both
of you guys-
basically fucking QB illiterate.
How many of you guys are looking forward to the white out there at State College Saturday night?
Oh, with Auburn and Penn State should actually be interesting in terms of
I
them
think it's going
being.
to be a good
I at
people think.
least, yeah. Well, first off, a whiteout's always cool at Happy Valley, but also I just kind of see it like, regardless of, they might not be on the level of the Oklahomas and the Bamas and all that, but I kind of see Penn State and Auburn on the same level together, at least for right now. And those are two historic programs going head to head, and I don't even think they've ever met before.
I don't know, man. They're playing at Penn State. That's going to be a good one, man. I'm hoping Penn State rolls, though.
And it's a night game. It's a whiteout.
So what do you think, Ballard, will be the final score? I'm thinking Bama. Got to be in the 40s somewhere. 45, maybe 45-21. I just don't think Florida has anywhere near the ability to. I don't think Florida has the ability to slow Alabama down.
I'm thinking maybe 38-21.
Down, baby.
Georgia. Alabama. Hey, Mr. Photographer, how you doing, sir?
41-20, Bama.
Hey, Jay.
I didn't have it that. Hold on.
Hi, TK.
Roll
Hey,
Tide. Roll Tide.
Thank you, Arlene.
Here is my score prediction. If you guys really want to know, I'm sorry to do this.
I asked.
Celine. We're walking out with the W in the swamp, 34-14.
I heard you talking about the whiteout.
Mhm.
Now, I agree with those of you who think Penn State is going to win. I think Penn State does win. I think they win by double digits. But the whiteout, as far as an intimidating factor, is phony. They are 6
And who
and
gives
6.
a fuck if you show up in a goddamn bunch of white uniforms? Oh, yeah. You're going to scare me to fucking death.
Roger got it right. Penn State is 6 and 6 in their last whiteout, so it is hardly a home field advantage.
Right.
It doesn't the Penn State whiteout makes as much difference to the outcome of the game as when Georgia shows up wearing their black.
Yeah,
I want Georgia to wear.
Yeah,
it doesn't. It don't fucking make a fucking if they come out in all goddamn pink. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't fucking matter. I mean,
That's right. That's right. It's how you going to play. It's not. And good teams are not going to be intimidated by an opposing crowd.
no.
That's damn right. Roll Tide, roll.
Hey, Jeff.
Sorry about that. That was FedEx. Not
Oh,
them.
No, you just covered your camera. You just had to cover your camera because you had to go take a piss because you didn't have no pants on. That's all right.
No, actually, I had pants on. Oh, wait a minute. I'll back up. See? Pants.
Hey, Jeff.
That's yours.
shorts.
This is Florida.
thanks,
We wear
Jeff.
shorts in Florida, you dumb redneck.
Hey,
We're not getting in the four. Here's the thing. I'm gonna answer a comment. Someone, I guess, talking about that Florida game. He says, "No, y'all get into the 40s, 45-24." Here's what I thought when I was making my score prediction was that Florida's got to move the ball a little bit, and I don't know. I did some weird like think of time of possession. Yeah, Bama's gonna go out there and score, but you got to think with Florida taking some time off the clock and them getting some points on the board. I mean,
everybody always.
If I was a Florida fan,
everybody's talking
Ballard's
about
going live in 30 minutes. You some bitch.
if I was a Florida fan, the last thing I'd want is one of my players to shoot his mouth off, and that's exactly what Florida linebacker Brendan Cox did. He shot his mouth off and said, "We're going to be ready Saturday. Is Bama going to be ready?" Okay.
You know, come on.
Thank you.
Youthful exuberance.
Thank you, Mr. Cox.
That's the thing, though. Everybody keeps talking about the scores, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that, and we're gonna run up. Who gives a fuck about the score? Get the dub and get the fuck out.
right, just win.
Who gives a fucking flying fuck about the score? I mean, everybody 45.
Well, I just throw it in there for my prediction video.
Fuck that. Fuck, get the dub and get the fuck out.
Right.
I agree, Raj, except that in the case of Alabama, with Georgia having such an impressive win already this year, with Oregon having such an impressive win.
I know it's not.
Alabama needs an impressive win to match what Georgia and Clemson
for
have done.
The committee cares about one thing and one thing fucking only, and that's style points. They don't give a fuck if you went in and beat Clemson by 7 and then turn around and beat UAB 56-7, then you turn around and all of a sudden we win 14-3 over the fucking Shamecocks.
Well, it's not even just
that ain't going to goddamn matter, because you know what? They're going to look at that fucking W and go, you beat Clemson by 7, but you only beat fucking South Carolina by 11. You know what I mean? That's the problem.
I'm actually worried about
style points. It's style points. They want to see motherfuckers put, like, okay, last year when fucking Clemson hung, 77 or 70 something on fucking Georgia Tech? That's what they want to see. They don't give a fuck. Who gives a fuck about
I am not at all concerned for Georgia's sake. I think Georgia just goes right through everybody on their schedule until they get to Atlanta. I think there's nobody going to be in their way. They're way too talented for everybody that's on their schedule.
Oh, happy birthday, Nate! Mine's Monday, buddy. I heard. Man, there's a lot of damn people's birthdays on Sunday or in September.
Slim
Hey, let me get out of the stream and bring if the birthday boy wants to come in. I'll step out.
I agree with you, Jeff. That's the thing about the committee is, Jeff, you're like me. When you look at the teams and you look at the win over here, and then you got Oregon, and you got this, and you got Arkansas beating Texas, and then you look at the top 4, you go, okay, how many points are these motherfuckers going to hang on everybody this year?
Right.
That's the problem we've gotten these days. It's not about the wins. Like back in the day, it was the quality of the win. It doesn't matter if you won by 2, a field goal. It doesn't fucking matter anymore. They want to see the comments. They want to see 75-14, 68-10, 55-0. That's what they want to see.
Yeah.
What the rest of the country is worried about. What the rest of the country is worried about is that you're going to have Alabama and Georgia meet in Atlanta with both of them undefeated. And what that would mean is the winner's going to the playoffs, and so is the loser. and that
if
leaves
it's
only
close.
two. That
it
only
can't
leaves.
be. It cannot be a
leaves
blowout
only-
game.
That leaves only 2 slots for the
I'm
rest of
gonna
the
tell you
country.
something right now. If everything pans out the way it is, the way Alabama's rolling, and the way Georgia's
Right
doing,
now.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. It ain't gonna be no fucking blowout.
No, no,
No,
it'll
no,
be
no, no,
probably
it won't
a
be.
shootout.
I would not fucking kid you.
No,
It
it'd
could
be a
be fucking
defensive game.
nothing 0-0 half.
It'll be like it was for national championship.
It'll be a one-touch.
I think it'd
Be
be
a
less than 20
one score
though,
game.
Michael.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's
I
no
think it'd
fucking
be
doubt
less
in
than
my mind.
20.
Hey, Jeff, before
Yay,
you go,
Tyler
can I ask you,
Baskins is
All
back.
right, we got you, Baskins now.
There he is. There he is.
Jeff?
All right. I'm going to drop out here.
No,
I'm gonna
Jeff,
drop
can I
out
ask
here.
you, are you coming back in
Leave.
later?
J-Dub, wait.
Leave Tiger Baskins alone.
All right.
As a matter
What
of
is it?
fact-
What is it that
matter of
Hoag's
fact.
hollering at me about?
No,
I'm gonna make him.
You've seen the Iowa State game last week, and I'm just wondering if a team doesn't have any turnovers against Iowa, are they beatable? You think since they're
Iowa's a good fucking team, man. That was a good fucking win. I mean, I'm telling you, man, Iowa's fucking. They're pretty legit, dude.
Here's what happened in that game. Iowa got 4 turnovers, and the Iowa punter punted the ball 5 times in between the 10-yard line and the end zone. Iowa State had to start behind their own 10 5 times.
Yep.
So Iowa won field position, and they won the turnover battle 4-0. I don't care who you are. If you turn the ball over 4 times and the other guy does none, you're in trouble. But
but they had the time of possession too. I mean, they had the ball. I mean, they had the ball 75 to 80% of the game.
Yeah. Here's what Iowa does. Here's what Iowa does. You come to you go to the party at the Iowa house. Iowa says, "Hey, I'm having a party." Then they invite you to the party, and you show up. And you know what they serve? They serve vanilla cake with white icing and sugar cookies with no sprinkles on it. You get plain vanilla. You get a plain white sheet of paper with a white crayon, and they just bore you to death until you make a mistake, and then they cash it in.
Mm-hmm. Okay, how you beat Iowa then?
You don't turn the ball over, and you make their offense score 3 touchdowns. If you can do that, you'll beat Iowa.
That's what I was thinking. All right, Jeff, I'll catch you later.
All right.
Slim Shady made a good, interesting comment a few minutes ago. He said 15-0, winning every game by 1 point is still a natty. You know, I mean, if you win the game, you win the game, and you keep moving on down.
I wanted to ask J-Dub a question, but he left.
I'll lose here. Tiger Baskins is now back visible, and I made him a mod, so he's a little bit less vulnerable to oopsies, except by me. I'm not gonna block him. I mean, the only way I see the Florida-Bama game being close is if Florida does a ball control game plan. They're going to have to hold the ball for the first 2 games they played. They've held the ball for 30 minutes in both games. I looked it up. It's obvious that the Florida Gators are now a run-first team. I mean, they don't have a real throwing threat and nobody to throw it to. I don't think Emory's problem is getting snaps off.
No. You don't get that. You really remember how the game ended last year when we sacked Kyle Trask and he couldn't get the players back and get the snap off in time for a final play.
Yeah, but wait a minute. I thought you guys
that's right.
I thought you won by 10 last year, 45-35.
What?
No, Florida lost by 6 because their defense couldn't.
52-46.
They couldn't. If the defense had made 1 stop against Alabama, Florida would have been the SEC champion and not Alabama. But they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it, and they can't do it this year because the personnel is about the same, and you've got the same, fat ass piece of shit defensive coordinator, Fire Grantham.
No,
yes,
I don't.
Arlene, I'm going to keep saying that until it happens. But not every sentence, of course.
Yeah.
But
I'm sorry, what? Fire Grantham, you mean?
yeah, Fire Grantham.
Oh. Well, you're saying it in your thing right now.
Saleen gets
Well,
up.
yeah, but I'm not going to
Saleen
say
wakes
it.
up in the morning, cold chills, and goes, "Fire, Grantham."
I know he's gonna.
I say fire Grantham in my sleep.
You know what? You know what your tombstone will say? Fire
Grantham.
Fire Grantham.
Or if they ultimately do,
I need to get a bumper sticker made for Saleen that says hashtag Fire Grantham.
I'm having
if they do fire Todd Grantham, if they do fire him, is the new hashtag going to be Grantham's fired?
No, the new hashtag will be praise God.
No, it'll be hashtag I got a boner for the first time in 15 years.
Well, probably that too,
That's
but I need pills for that. So
hey, Raj, are you kind of? I mean, I know Georgia shouldn't have no issues Saturday, but are you somewhat concerned with South Carolina considering what they did 2 years ago in Athens?
No, I think honestly we're gonna put an ass whooping on them. They ain't seen. Or
was that just a fluke game?
No, it's cause of fucking Jack Froome or whatever the fuck his name was, motherfucker threw goddamn four turnovers.
Wow, so I see two people looking for defensive coordinators.
Type.
I mean, that's all it is. I mean, when you play like fucking shit, like I said, they probably had a varsity blues night the night before, went out and got fucking hammered. That's what fucking happens. Hey, man, like a squirrel finds a nut every now and then. They just happen to find theirs that day. It just fucking happens, man. I mean,
well, you know, I mean, a broken clock is right twice a day. That kind of thing. Right?
I mean, the national championship game, like Alabama and fucking Georgia, and squirrel found his nut. That's all it was to it. I mean, and on top of that, we wasn't fucking prepared. I mean,
it was the
quarterback situation when you put in fucking one player and you shut his ass down, and all of a sudden you put in another QB and he fucking runs down your fucking throat. You know, I mean, there's nothing you can fucking do about it.
But in Georgia's defense, Jesse, in Georgia's defense on that natty game, Tua had almost no playing time. Right. There was no film on him. You can't prepare for what you can't see, you know? So he came out of nowhere. I guarantee you 90% of the sports writers in the country, who are mostly idiots anyway,
and I'll say
no idea what was happening with Tua.
I'll say this about
Kirby certainly did.
Yeah, the 2018 SEC title game when Jalen Hurts had to come in and save us. Here's my defense. It's not necessarily they just weren't prepared that Jalen Hurts was going to go out there and throw the football, because I'm going to be honest, that season he stuck around to get better as a passer, and it has showed so far.
Because you know why? Kirby's got a set.
He just runs.
Saban has a set of nuts, and he lets his backup play.
Right.
Yeah.
And actually gets game time, and actually, you know, and actually lets motherfuckers in there and actually run the goddamn offense, and actually he's a productive member of the team, instead of letting the second and third and fourth string quarterback sitting over sucking their fucking thumb with a clipboard and say, no, I'm gonna put a 5 foot tall curly haired motherfucker in here and let him fucking start. And y'all gonna transfer out anyway, so that's the problem. Yeah, Raj. Yeah. And that's the fucking problem. Kirby ain't got a set of nuts. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to tell me that Stetson Bennett is the best goddamn thing we got? When we got a 4-star and a 5-star sitting right there on the bench? I'll bend over and give you the fucking goat, Kirby. You know
I was saying the same as Zach's stuff about what you're saying about like the whole Stetson Bennett thing. And I was talking with y'all remember who UGA boy was on here for a while?
I remember
that. What happened to him?
He's doing great. I don't know. He started like some new channel or whatever, or he's thinking about coming back to YouTube. But I talked to him quite a bit, and we were talking the other day about the whole Stetson Bennett deal and how, you know, the problem with the Georgia quarterbacks, forget star ratings, is outside of JT, no one's really developed or experienced enough, and you just can't trust it with Kirby and all that. And I straight up told him, I said, that's what I've been saying.
There is no fucking way, and I'm going to say this, and everybody can berate me or whatever. I'm gonna tell you something right now. What happened to Justin Fields was a curse put on Georgia. You will never, ever, ever
because he didn't start
get another dual threat quarterback like Justin Fields. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That'll never fucking happen.
What's up, JC?
Hi, JC.
What's
Hi,
up, buddy?
Slim.
Hey, Arlene.
I want the hot dog back.
Liam.
I want the hot dog back.
the hot dog.
I like the hot dog avatar. I think that's funny. Every time I see it, I smile. I don't.
That's right. That's right. Fake hashtag back. You gonna sit here and tell this motherfucker the whole time he's number 2, and all of a sudden doing this and doing that. I'm gonna tell you something right now. At the spring game, I'm a huge fucking Vandergrift fan. That motherfucker to me is a baller.
He looked amazing.
You know,
I don't know if you're ready.
He looks like a fucking horse that ain't ate hay in 2 months with them fucking teeth. He's so goddamn tall. He has this smug on his face, you know. And I understand, he's this and that. I think Brock Vandergrift's 10 times better than he is. Right. I'm telling you, like Blue said, we got Gunnar Stockton coming in. I wouldn't be surprised we don't lose to these 2 of them motherfuckers. I mean, it's piss fucking poor. Yeah. It's piss fucking poor, man.
I agree.
I mean, why?
I don't see why
have a talent
after the spring game
out of the program.
He was listed as number 2.
You put these motherfuckers in, all you do is hand the goddamn ball off.
Right. Let him throw it. That's why.
It's UAB. Why didn't Carson Beck start the fucking game, play the first half, and let Brock Vandergrift play I would have rather had a 31-10, 31-13 game, and our second and third string got in, our guys got to play, get some game experience, and get to gel one another. Carson Beck go out there and did his thing. Brock Vandergrift did his thing. I would have rather took that win than a 56-7 fucking score with fucking Stetson fucking Bennett.
JC,
I don't know why they didn't.
You know,
I think started.
Is RJ3 the most illiterate?
Put him in the beginning
reporter
and let him make his mistakes. And if,
you know what I'm saying?
If he does bad enough, then you pull him out.
That's how you learn.
You
learn from your fucking mistakes, even though it is UAB. That's the problem. You know, Kirby can't fucking develop these motherfuckers because he's not letting them fucking play.
Right.
Yeah. That's the only way you learn is game.
Oh, there's going to be a quarterback controversy in Athens.
Everybody's
Stetson
talking
Bennett's,
about, had interception, right?
Going for that number 1 spot.
Interception.
Whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even for Alabama,
came when he was playing with second and third stringers. Yeah. It didn't come with the number 1s. It came when they had the second and third string receivers and stuff in the game.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say is I would have rather
those new players don't even know the routes and stuff yet.
That's what I'm saying. So I would rather had a 27 to 30-10, 38 to maybe 14 ball game. I could care less. I want these guys to get to work in. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes down to fucking playing, when something fucking happens and they got to play, what are they going to do? They're going to shit their fucking pants because you know what? They ain't fucking played.
Well, the same thing. I see the same thing about Alabama because, you know, it's not a clear race. Saban said the other day in his press conference, you know, Bryce Young is clearly the starting quarterback, but the battle is for the backup quarterback job between you got Paul Tyson, who we've had for a couple years.
That's right,
and Jalen Milroe. Well, we put our backups in, so they, like you were saying, Jesse, like just put them in, let them get some playtime and experience.
You got to do something because that's the future of your fucking program.
Right, exactly.
You're going to tell me the next 2 or 3 years down the road that these motherfuckers these are going to be our starting offensive linemen, defensive linemen.
When they're not ready.
And you're going to tell me you can't play them against fucking UAB?
You let them backups play when you're playing people like UAB and all these group of 5 teams. You let them play then. You don't put them in when you're playing like Georgia playing Alabama and you're going to go with a brand new guy. No, you don't do that. You do it when you're playing these second class.
When you play these flappers. That's why you put these games on your schedule to get your second and third string ready. That's the only goddamn reason they put these teams on the schedule.
See, here's the funny thing to me. This is what whenever I hear this troll, I hear this troll constantly about Mullen is a quarterback whisperer, and yet he screwed up with Frank's
about
versus
a QB
Trask.
whispers fucking Kirby.
Now here's the thing that's funny to me though. Mullen is doing right now, and it's making me crazy on one level, but on another level, I get it. He's doing the same thing that Jesse's talking about right now, which is he's giving both quarterbacks playing time and a lot of it. Now, Jones is turning out to be a lot shakier than everyone hoped he'd be. It's unfortunate. But he's also giving Richardson a lot of playing time so that if and when the time comes that Richardson has to step in, he's ready.
Right.
Whereas Kirby is not developing quarterbacks. He's Kirby's running quarterbacks out of the program.
Yeah, exactly. He's running them out, and
Mullen isn't. Now you cannot tell me one quarterback that Mullen has driven out of his programs.
Right.
Kirby has.
I'm telling you, man, he has shit the fucking bed when it comes to quarterbacks. I mean, how in the fuck? Why did fucking Gunnar Stockton decommit from fucking South Carolina? Look at what the fuck they're going through. I mean, if Justin Fields would have just stayed at fucking Penn State and would have balled the fuck out, I guarantee you they would have been a fucking great fucking team, and I guarantee he probably would have won a fucking Heisman.
I don't want to piss you off too much, Jesse, but do you think with all the hype around last year going into the season with Jamie Newman, do you think he opted out because maybe he heard something about the other quarterbacks that maybe gave him a sign?
Of course. I will guarantee you that I guarantee you that right now. He came in there and saw that he wasn't going to start.
Right. Yeah.
He came in there, worked his ass off, and saw what Stetson Bennett was doing. Then he seen Carson Beck. Then he heard about Brock Vandagriff and goes, "Yeah,
and JT as well.
JT, I'm not playing. I'm not going to get no fucking playing time."
So Jesse, you're of the opinion that come 2022, Georgia's going to lose not just Beck or Vandagriff, but both.
I'm going to tell you something right now. If Kirby don't pull the fucking trigger and grow a set of nuts and tell somebody that they're the fucking starting QB or the number 2 QB and stick to it, these 3 motherfuckers that's coming to Georgia can go anywhere right now and fucking start. You don't understand these fucking – I'm not saying they're all going to leave. One's going to stick around. Maybe 2, but I don't know. I'm telling you something right now. All of these fucking players that are coming to Georgia, look at the teams out there that needs a quarterback. Tennessee. Yeah. South Carolina. Florida's going to need one.
Yeah.
Okay. Kentucky's going to need one. Mizzou's going to need one. Auburn's going to need one.
Yeah, that's
true. You know what I'm saying? A&M, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Oklahoma's going to need one.
Spencer Rattler most likely will enter the draft.
Nebraska needs one.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nebraska needs everything.
Is up in the air too. I mean, you got to understand, there's a lot of fucking teams out there right now that are fucking struggling at QB.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me that college won't pick up the fucking phone and say, listen, you're a 5-star. Why don't you come over here and you're going to be guaranteed starter number week 1 of 2022. Yeah. That motherfucker's out.
That's true. Hey, Saleen,
what?
Saleen, if you got someone in the back room, I can hop out. I had a stream scheduled for 3 anyway, so I'm going to get prepared.
Yeah, but Jamie Newman never even went. He didn't even get drafted.
All right. Well, go do your stream.
Have a good one, guys.
Good to see you, Ballard.
I mean, Jamie Newman never even got fucking picked up. He never. I mean.
Lost Aggie, I see you in the background too. I'll get you in as soon as I can.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that. Didn't Oklahoma have another one over there? Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. That's the problem.
Slam,
we got too many goddamn
you with me?
Shit going on.
Slim is not here.
Slim, what's up, buddy?
Oh, I am. been listening. I mean, ain't too many people been able to get a word in edgewise. Jesse been ranting.
Yeah. Well, you know, when De'Aaron King
get
got
Jesse
hurt,
rolling, and you get Jesse rolling, and
Jesse rolling, you can't get a word.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Because when De'Aaron King got hurt, I thought for sure he was coming to Georgia.
Hey,
I mean,
you ain't hurting my feelings. You feel like rant. Go for it.
I mean, I really did. And when Derek King went to transfer portal, I really thought he was coming to Georgia. I mean, I really did. Then Jamie Newman came along and he decided to go down to Miami. I was like, God damn it. There goes our fucking chance again. Because I knew Jamie Newman wasn't going to fucking stick around.
Well, and I'll tell you, on the flip side of that, and I said this about Nick Saban last year with Jalen Waddle. I said Nick Saban ought to be ashamed of himself for playing him because he was obviously hurt.
Yeah.
Manny Diaz ought to be ashamed of himself for putting Derek King in that game.
Yep.
Because he didn't take off too much. He did a good job of hiding it against Alabama. But against Appalachian State, he would have hit the end zone, but his knee gave out on him.
Yeah.
He's not 100%, and he doesn't have that security.
No, he looked banged up bad in that game. I watched it, and he wasn't even 60%, man. He had no right play in that game, dude.
No,
hey, Saleen, I'm gonna pop out of here because I'm about to lose cell phone signal. I'm gonna pop out of here.
He's on. You have yourself on mute there, Saleen.
I clicked the unmute button. Damn thing wouldn't unmute.
All right.
Damn it.
What's up, Brandon?
Through a dead zone.
Later, JC.
Later, JC. Thanks for coming by.
But yeah, I mean, you're right, Slim. He should have never been playing, brother. Like I said, I watched it. All right, somebody mute your YouTube.
Lost Aggie, you got to mute your YouTube, man.
Now, as Arlene, I'd like to.
Give me a beer right quick. I'll be right back.
You got to mute YouTube, man.
Okay, somebody, yeah.
Nice.
Because we're echoing now. As Arlene, I'd like to say I'm sorry to Slim Shady for the ass whooping we gave y'all. What was it last week?
Well, no, that was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. And as TK, she'd like to say sorry, and we're looking forward to it this season as well. So we're gonna get a little taste of it too.
Well, and me and Mike Vick were having a conversation, I think, on his show before the game. And, some conversations you're trash talking. Some of them you're just actually talking football. And I straight up told him, I said, I can see a situation where Miami goes out there and gets blown out. No doubt. I mean, the point lose iterated over and over again. Yep. Alabama blows everybody out.
No, I know. Oh, believe me, I know.
Yeah, well, hell, you even said it last week. You even said if Miami goes out,
that's my life.
I'm still going to be here.
That's TK's life. And me, Arlene, gets to just celebrate all the time. Ain't that right, Jeff? Jeff?
We don't blow everybody out.
Yes, we do. Shut your mouth.
Yeah, Arlene blows everybody out, if you know what I'm saying.
You know what? My silver lining is we lost Alabama by less than Ohio State. So to a simple-minded person, that makes us better than Ohio State.
Yeah.
Better than Ohio.
I just think Alabama needs to make a statement Saturday. It's not enough if they go out and.
It's going to be a good game. It really is, man. Score set aside, I think it's going to be a good game.
Would I be happy if they won? Would I be happy if they won 28-17? Yeah, I'd be a hell of a lot happier if it was 45-20.
Jeff, even you know better than that. Alabama wins every game for the rest of their schedule by 1 point. They're cruising into the into the playoff. No question.
Yes. But I don't need that kind of aggravation on my weak heart.
Well,
okay, let me ask you
that. But this trying to say that Alabama's got to make a statement, because you said it earlier. Alabama's got to make a statement because Georgia has that win over Clemson. That's just factually wrong.
I know.
No. Bama needs to make a statement because they need Ole Miss and Texas A&M and LSU and Auburn and Arkansas to look up and go, oh, fuck, it's the same old Alabama. That's what they need to make why they need to make the
Who would
statement.
think you aren't? You've never changed.
Because
Here's
here's the
whole
whole
team
thing.
has never changed.
Here's the whole thing with Jesse going on about style points having to win. No, you don't. Because we all saw it in 2017. Miami was ranked number 2 in the country, and they won every game by like 2 points.
Yeah. I just think the way the committee looks at these days, and if you watch a lot of these fucking post-game shows, if you watch the SEC network and you watch the ACC network and you watch all these commentators, that's all they talk about. And the committee says the same fucking thing. Well, they only won by 7 this week, but they blew everybody out by 45, but yet they had a struggle win against such and such team by 3. I think they take a block of games and they look at them and they say, okay, they outscored these teams 358 to 87.
But Jesse, that only matters. That only matters if they're comparing 2 teams with the same record.
Right.
If you've got that's exactly my point, that they don't do that though, because Miami was ranked number 2 in the country, and the only blowout win they had on their schedule was over Notre Dame. They beat Virginia the very next week by 2.
Yeah. I'm just like, that's 4 years ago though. You know what I'm saying? Like these fucking committee fucking people and these fucking people in these post-game shows, that's all they talk about.
Well, yeah, but they have to have something to talk about. I mean,
right. They got to have.
I mean, they try comparing Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, and there is no comparison. But they have to have something to talk about.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Yeah, I know, man. I just think they look at certain games and they say, well, they had a struggle win here, but they blow everybody out here. And I think they look at that, but at the same time, I'm not used to them. I think they kind of look at these games and the schedules, and because I mean, if you look at Clemson's schedule, you look at Boston College schedule, you look at North Carolina's and the ACC, you look at Miami's, and then they look at Auburn, Georgia, Bama, A&M, and they go, if we was to swap schedules, these motherfuckers in the ACC would only win 3 or 4 games a year. So, there's a lot of back and forth. But until the shit changes.
I don't believe that either, because you telling me that Auburn's a world beater? No, they're not.
No, Auburn will be exposed Saturday night.
I think so too. I really do too.
All right, I gotta ask you guys this:
So Florida.
How much chaos would you think it'll be this year if you have the top 5 teams in the final CFP ranking and all of them is undefeated? How are they going to figure that out?
You can't do that.
Why
can't
you?
That's a long way down the road, man. That's a fucking long way down the road. There's a lot.
I don't think that's a viable scenario.
Yeah.
No,
I don't think, honestly, besides Georgia, Alabama, and of course Clemson, they lost to us, but I mean we beat them, but I don't fucking see anybody else going really undefeated. I mean, you got Iowa.
Say Iowa goes undefeated, Oregon goes undefeated, Alabama and or Georgia goes undefeated, Oklahoma's undefeated, Cincinnati's undefeated, and they all consistently win their.
And Cincinnati's out. Cincinnati's out on their ass.
Yep.
But say like
Cincinnati plays group of 5 teams for the most part. Their most impressive win would be Indiana.
Indiana.
They also play Notre Dame.
Cincinnati's never going to make it in because the precedent's already set. UCF went undefeated for 2 years, and they didn't put it in.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So it doesn't matter.
Cincinnati's problem is they don't play anybody worth consideration.
Yeah.
Now, if they get into a major conference and they start making noise as a member of a major conference, then Cincinnati becomes part of the conversation.
Speaking of
Cincinnati being the group of 5 will never be in the conversation.
Not getting why the fuck they ain't get in? They took fucking BYU and whatever the other fucking team is.
Same reason. The only Power 5 teams they play are second or third tier teams. They don't play anyone of note. They're not in the conversation. I'm sorry. You go undefeated and you're the best of the group of 5. That's like saying you're the best hockey player in Ecuador. Doesn't matter. It means nothing in the scope of what we're talking about, which is you go look at undefeated Cincinnati that played 2 Power 5 teams, or you're going to look at an undefeated Georgia or Alabama who played a murderer's row SEC schedule, plus they're out of conference, which is usually
who they played in non-conference. I mean, yeah, they play Clemson, but they also play 2 smaller group of 6.
Doesn't matter. You take those 4 non-con games out of 12, take those and throw them out. You still have an 8-game SEC plus the SEC championship. So one of them has won 9 SEC championships, and the SEC top to bottom is solid. Well, except for the very bottom, but you know what I'm saying.
You don't even need that, though, because I'd be willing to bet my bottom dollar that it's a safe bet that a one-loss Pac-12 champion, say Oregon, stumbles in one game. I guarantee they get in the playoffs above Cincinnati.
Yeah. Now, do you think?
Hey, good evening, there, champ. How you doing,
champ?
Now, do you think that the winner of the SEC will go undefeated, or do you think they'll have a loss?
The SEC champ is going to be either Georgia or Alabama, and that team is going to be undefeated.
Yeah.
They're going to be 12-0, and whichever one that is going to be 12-0 and number 1.
Well, actually,
not necessarily. Both of them could lose, have a bad game, and lose.
I'm about to say it's a safer bet to say that probably both of them are going to lose a game because most teams lose a game every year that they shouldn't.
Yeah.
And if that happens, the loser of the SEC title game would have 2 losses, and they're out.
Yeah. Yep. Now, Jeff, I got to ask you this because I seen this the other day. Is it true that Cincinnati, Houston, UCF, and I think BYU is going to join the Big 12, or is that just a rumor?
They've already been accepted.
Okay.
They're in.
But
it's
do
a
you
done
know
deal.
That takes effect?
Now, here's the thing. If Cincinnati goes undefeated in the Big 12, say they go in and just cakewalk through it, then they've got a valid argument for being in the playoffs.
Even though the Big 12 in that form, in that version of the Big 12, would be as weak as the Pac-12.
The agreement signed by the 4 teams that just joined the Big 12 said that they will start play in 24-25. So the fall of 24. Okay, so don't look for Oklahoma and Texas to be in the SEC next year. They'll probably hang out in the Big 12 to avoid that payout. Now that the ink is dry, nobody's in a hurry to force it to happen because of what it would do to all the scheduling.
They already paid the early buyout, Jeff. Texas and Oklahoma's already bought it out. ESPN done bought them out, and they said you're going to be in next year.
That's news. I didn't know.
That's news to me.
Yeah, they done bought them out. I was watching.
That's news to me too.
It was
that's news to me, and I've been on campus and haven't heard that.
Ah, shit! I can't remember the fucking channel I was on. It was some damn 4 for the team, whatever. I can't remember, but yeah, apparently ESPN has done bought them out, both of them.
Well, I'm not gonna trust a YouTube source on that one.
I'm not either. I'm not either.
I'm just saying that from what I heard, it's already pretty much a done deal. They're going to be here next year.
Hey, Raj, you talked about the quarterback situation in Georgia. I can think maybe that Ohio State can be in the same boat next year with Ewers and I can't think of the other quarterback with the quarterback. So that wouldn't be surprised if both of them transfer next year. With Miller and
I'm gonna say something now that nobody in the stream is going to be able to argue with, and that is nobody in the comment section, nobody in the stream right now is going to endure 2 worse Saturdays back to back than I am, because my next 2 Saturdays are both in Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City against Kent State and Colorado State. So everybody say a prayer for me, because I'm about to go cover 2 absolute yawners.
You know, I thought I could argue with that I thought I could argue with anything, but I can't argue with that.
Oh my goodness!
I'm gonna bow out here. I think
You talk about
wants to come in. So
J-Dub, I will say a bracha for you.
Okay, thank you.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'll say some prayers for you.
On the other hand, now here's October. Here's October. I've got Kansas at Iowa State. I've got Penn State at Iowa. And then I've got the 16th open because they're both on the road on the 16th. But then I have Oklahoma State, and then I'm off on the 13th. So I've got 2 Saturdays in October where both Iowa and Iowa State are on the road, which means I get no money. I have no coverage.
Hey, Jeff, is Penn State game the blackout game? Is that going to be the Nash ABC Saturday night game? You think?
Could be. It's October 9th. Could be prime time. They haven't said it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but I've got that.
I'm gonna bow out of here.
My Iowa home game.
So yeah, Raj.
Okay, Jesse.
See you.
No problem.
See you, Raj.
Raj.
Bye, Raj.
And we're gonna let the birthday boy in. Let the birthday.
My Iowa home games are Kent State, Colorado State, Penn State, and Illinois.
What's up, guys?
Happy birthday.
That's my Iowa home games.
Thank you.
Too bad you couldn't get to Purdue game because I got a feeling that's gonna be a good game, but we'll see. Hey, Nate, happy birthday, sir.
Thank you.
South Dakota State. J-Dub.
Thank you,
What?
Tiger Cat.
South Dakota State.
South Dakota State? No, I don't. No, nobody plays them that I know of.
Well, wait a minute. Did you say you had to photograph that game?
No, it's Colorado State.
Colorado State.
That's even worse. Yeah.
Yeah. Here, let me go. Let me do one more time. I've got 8 games left. 4 are in Iowa City, which is the Hawkeyes. That's Kent State, Colorado State, Penn State, and Illinois. For the Cyclones, for Iowa State, I've got Kansas, Oklahoma State, Texas, and TCU.
Huh? For the Big 12 alignment, or what are you talking about?
No. That's just what my shooting assignments are.
Oh, okay.
Somebody
Jeff,
said, "Who do you got? Who do you got left to shoot?" And that's who I've got left to shoot.
Hey, Jeff, just out of curiosity, how far is it from Iowa City to Ames?
No, I think that's not that far.
Hey, J-Dub, it could be worse.
Say that
You could
again.
be asked to shoot Florida International.
Hey, I was asking, how far is it from Iowa City to Ames?
I don't know. Google it.
I don't know. I don't know how many miles, but it's a little over a 2-hour drive, 2.5 hours.
I was saying, is it possible you can shoot both in the same day, or is that something you wouldn't do?
Oh no. You don't understand. Once you're in a state, that's it. Once you go to a game, you're there.
No, I was wondering because if it was
thank you for putting up the hot
if
dog.
it was like an 11 a.m. kickoff there in Ames, and then maybe like a 6 o'clock kickoff at Iowa City, could you feasibly do both? But couldn't you?
All right. Metaphysically, cosmically, metaphysically, could I do both? Yes. Would I do both? Not for 5 times the money. I don't think you understand how involved the process is to shoot a game. It's
well, I know, it's pretty intense, but
Hey Jeff, if I gave you Jay Leno's jet-powered motorcycle, would you do it then?
yeah. If you gave me if I got to ride in a Batmobile, yeah.
What about the worst blizzard in the last 100 years? Would you do it then?
No. You know what would be perfect? Slim, if you could arrange it that I could have in the Bergstrom and the Heinz buildings, if you could arrange to have like Star Trek teleportation chambers in both places, where I could just beam from one football building to the other, and then just walk to the stadiums, I'd do that.
All right, well, give me a second. I got a list here about 35 more what ifs that we can cover.
Okay.
Sorry, I was just asking. I didn't mean to get beat up over it.
Yeah.
Everybody gets picked on equally. Otherwise,
yes,
they accuse us of discrimination.
True. Hey, Nate. Never mind.
What's up?
I would say if you was in fan of the NHL, who's your team?
Right now it's the Red Wings, but
Okay.
I'm.
Wait, whoa! Stop the stream! Stop the stream!
I'd love
what
to.
What the hell is wrong with you?
What? Why not?
Red Army West, the Soviet West
the Red
team.
Army team. The Red Army line's been gone for 2 decades.
Yeah,
Come on.
Shut up,
exactly.
Blaine.
It's in the
Shut up,
past.
Blaine.
There's no.
You root for the absolute sewer. Nobody deserves my disregard and distaste greater in the NHL than the fucking Red Wings.
Now that's in the past, but currently they don't have any Soviets on
Eiserman,
their.
Fedorov, Konstantinov.
Oh, come on. Those guys have been retired for a decade.
Lenin, Trotsky, Beria, Khrushchev.
One thing, J-Dub, that I've noticed about you when it comes to sports and whatever team you know, like, of course, for you, the main thing is Alabama, right? But I'm talking about, like, even thinking a team is bad in hockey, like, who cares, right? But you're like so passionate about it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, but TK, to be honest with you, I'm passionate about the teams that I really dislike. I mean, I have a strong dislike for the Red Wings. I have a very strong dislike for the Celtics. I have a very strong dislike for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Well, at least he doesn't hate the Bruins.
And but all of those, and I know you're going to say, well, I bet you have a very strong dislike for LSU too. No. Hands down. I mean,
you hated us. You hated our guts.
No, it's not even close. It's not even close. Auburn is so far away from everybody else that nobody else is even in the conversation. That's how bad I did.
Like you would if LSU was playing
Auburn, I'd wear purple.
Okay, yeah, you'd be like a cheerleader for the corn dogs.
Hell yeah, I'd spell Go Tigers with an EAUX if that was the case.
Was that Lou? Was that Lou that hopped in? Fleeing? Or no?
IP digits.
See, I don't understand that. There's no way you could get me to root for Florida or Florida State. It's just not possible.
Now, wait a minute. I will root for Miami on one specific game. I will root for Miami on one specific. Every other game, I hope Miami loses. But when Miami plays Florida State, I will root for Miami. I will turn into a Hurricane fan for that one game.
Yeah, I don't have any animus against Miami. I mean, I wanted Alabama to whip them, but I wish Miami well. I hope Miami runs through the ACC. I got no problem with the Canes.
Come on, Slim. You're telling me that Florida and Florida State are playing. You don't want to see Florida State lose more than Florida?
No, I want to see both teams, every player ejected, and they both lose.
Yes. But if I held a gun to your head and said pick one, you'd pick Florida State over Florida.
I'd pick a tie.
He'd like to see a media. He'd like to see a meteorite hurtled from outer space impact the stadium.
That's what I hope for every time Florida and Miami play. But Florida State and Miami play. But realistically, I know one team has to win, one team has to lose. So I always say I hate Florida State more than I hate Miami. Because I have to live with more Florida State alumni around me than I have Miami alum.
And I've also made clear that I have more respect for Florida State than I do Florida, but nothing can make me cheer for Florida State. It can't happen.
Look, I used to really have a really bitter animus towards LSU in all their sports. But was it 2018? It was either 18 or 19. I covered the NCAA outdoor track championships. And I got to visiting with a few of the guys and about 10 of the girls that were on LSU's team. I told them I was a Bama grad. I loved seeing the, chatting with them. They were like giving me a hard time because I was from Bama and all that or whatever. But they were really nice. They were really nice athletes, and LSU had a great meet. So
because Louisiana contains very cool people. Y'all just don't realize it yet.
Well, I'll tell you what, they had one hell of a track team. That's for damn sure.
I want to go
Do
to
they have a great
Louisiana
football team, sorta?
I'm feeling like I'm being ignored.
I want to go
did
to
the next year, that's for
Louisiana
sure.
and eat my way across the entire state.
Yeah. Yep.
Nate, what did you say?
I feel like I'm being ignored.
You got to speak up, son. I mean, that's the way you survive in these streams. You got to speak up.
Okay.
P Digits is in here. He hasn't said a word yet.
Yeah, Finkel as Ihorn. How's everybody doing today?
See, there you go.
Good. How are you?
He picked his spot.
Yes, and I will go ahead and just add to this. I know everybody's talking about, hating a lot of these Florida teams. I kind of like Florida State. I'm a Clemson fan, and they're a little bit more like-minded than the rest of the ACC. There's nothing worse in college football than a North Carolina Tar Heel. Actually, in any sport. I'll cheer for South Carolina any day that they're playing the Tar Heels.
Oh, okay. That's surprising.
I would like to ask P Digits a question and see what he thinks about this. You there, P Digits?
Yes, sir. Go right ahead.
Okay. I had a high school classmate of mine that lived and worked in Raleigh for about 20 years. He's not there anymore. He's in suburban Chicago now. And so he's right in the middle of NC State, UNC, and Duke. Right in the middle of the three of them.
Yeah.
And he told me this was just his opinion. And I'd like to know what your take on it is. This was his opinion.
Yep.
He said Duke was rich, smart kids. UNC was rich, spoiled brats from rich families. And NC State was the kids that couldn't get into either UNC or Duke.
I don't think that could have been said any better.
Okay, and when I asked him which fan base was the most insufferable of the three, he said it was easily North Carolina. He says they're the privileged sons of the plantation owners. They're the upper crust Mercedes. Mom and dad both have a Mercedes, and Duke, while it's an expensive school to get into, Duke also has a foundation that sends a lot of poor kids to Duke who receive these great scholarships. So he said it's UNC that's the most insufferable of the three fan bases. I just thought I'd ask if you thought that was true or not.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, you don't hear Duke fans unless you're playing basketball. That's it.
Right. Right. Well, he lived and worked down there for 19 years, so it's not like somebody that was just there for 2 seasons and had he was an Illinois grad, so he had no dog in the fight. He was fighting the line. He's the only one probably within 100 miles of there. So he had no dog in the fight. He's just saying that was his observation.
Yeah, and no, I would agree with it. It's the cheese and wine crowd. I mean, literally the cheese and wine. More than anybody else, like you were talking about the benefits of plantation owners, that would definitely be with Tobacco Road, and there's only one school that would name it Tobacco Road.
Right.
But another thing that I would also add with this is, as a Clemson fan, and if you go back into the early 80s and look at what John Swofford did, and you'll be able to find it. The guy's dirty. Everything that is going on with the ACC now has been for the last 10 years. It's all his fault. Every single bit of it. I'm happy he's retired. I wish it would have happened sooner, and I wish it would have been done in another way. Just kidding. But I would also say that this new guy, I'm not too sure of. You got to go ahead and let him go. But I was really hoping just even a few years back, and I know this sounds sick to a certain extent, but I remember when there were rumors about Florida State and Clemson taking off and heading to the Big 12, and there were talks. Not saying that I would have enjoyed going to the Big 12, but doing anything to get away from John Swofford would have been fantastic. And North Carolina. I can go on and on and on about this. And unfortunately, I met this wonderful lady one day and ended up marrying her. But the very first time that I went over to her house to pick her up, right there on the floor mat was a North Carolina Tar Heel. I had no problem wiping my feet on it. And half my house has North Carolina stuff in it. There are times that we have to separate when we're watching our games.
Does it make you sick to see the UNC stuff?
No, it doesn't make me sick. It doesn't make me sick completely. But some of the things that they've done behind the doors that doesn't necessarily come out. I mean, if you look at what they did when they got busted just a few years ago, I mean, the women's basketball team ended up taking the whole pain for that. But North Carolina, even though, yes, they are rich and privileged, I would also add that they are also pretty smart, conniving, well-planned, and everything that they did and set up for those African-American studies, which was really the aim of that investigation, they knew that before they even started. They planned it that way. I mean, they went after the accreditation of the school instead of going after the academics of the school. And it was planned out that way. I think it's pretty smart, but I'm really happy that John Swofford is no longer there because the guy played football there, was the AD there. Back in the 80s, he's the reason that Clemson had to go ahead and stay out another year from bowl games after we got busted by the NCAA after our national championship, cough, cough. But Clemson didn't even have a seat at that table about a meeting with Clemson. It was, and I will always cheer for Maryland and Wake Forest because they were the two schools that let Clemson know about it. And sorry about the rant. I'll get off my soapbox.
Well, wasn't the problem – somebody help out here. Wasn't the problem with UNC that they were awarding grades to players that didn't even take the class?
Well, they had tutors taking the class for them. Well, quote-unquote tutors.
Yeah.
And also at the same time, they had regular students taking classes. That's what made the accreditation become the aim of the investigation instead of the athletic department.
Now, I'll say this about John Swofford. I agree with the vast majority of it, but, I mean, people also blame John Swofford for things that were not his fault and out of his control. Because I've heard people jump on Swofford for bringing in Miami and Virginia Tech. Well, I mean, he had no way of knowing that the two of them were fixing to go into a downturn. I mean, you can never predict when a team's going to do that.
Right.
Sure, and I'm with you on that, Slim. I really am. And in fact, when you guys came into the conference, I was like, it felt like it was just really Florida State was above and beyond everybody during that time. Clemson was stumbling all over themselves, but Florida State was like-minded. And when you guys came in, I was like, oh, thank God. But I kind of felt like John Swofford and the way he schedules things and the way I looked at things, he was kind of neutering Miami and Virginia Tech to a certain extent too.
Swofford's worst mistake was letting Notre Dame join the ACC except for football.
Well, and I agree with you about the scheduling, but he had a lot of help with that out of Donna Shalala as far as neutering Miami's football program.
No, but like I said, I'm happy you guys are in. I really am. It's just, when I understood the whole Pitt thing, but it really did not bring value. But Slim and everybody else, when it comes to John Swofford, I'm almost, to a point, I'll blame COVID on that joker right now.
Is he Chinese? Sorry.
Well, people forget is back in 90, when Arkansas and South Carolina joined the SEC, those were not the two schools the SEC was after.
That is correct.
The SEC wanted Florida State, Miami, or Clemson. They wanted two of those three. And Florida State, Miami was an independent, I think, at the time, at least in football. And Florida State flat out said they would not join the SEC if that meant Miami was coming with them.
What year was it, Jeff?
90?
I think it was 1992, wasn't it?
Yeah, Miami would have still – well, I mean, if it was 90, yes, they were still independent. They joined.
Yeah, well, 92 is when they started play, but 90 is when the arrangement was made.
Yeah, and that would have been a 2-year conversation at least.
Yeah, Miami joined Big East in they started playing in the Big East in 91.
Yeah, Florida State flat out said that's why it was funny that they ended up in the ACC with Miami, because they refused to join the SEC if Miami was with them. That was the condition. And Clemson just kind of sat back and said, we're not getting involved in all this political bullshit. So they said no too.
That's
and South Carolina and Arkansas were falling all over themselves to get into the SEC. So it's kind of like, the SEC was not then what it is now. And
I want to say South Carolina was in the Metro Conference at that time.
Yeah, they was in there with Louisville, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they were just dying to get in the SEC, and so was Arkansas to get out of the remainder of the Southwest. And it's not the SEC in 1990 is not the SEC in 2020.
No,
so they took them, but the original goal was to go get Florida State and Miami, and if they could only get one of those, add Clemson as the other one, and it all blew up. I mean, and none of it worked, and it was all the fault not of Miami; it was all the fault of Florida State that it blew up.
Yeah, and I'll freely admit I wasn't the biggest fan of Miami joining a conference. That's why I really don't have. I mean, I could, care less about ACC pride or whatever you want to call it. I don't care. I mean,
exactly what is that?
I would say they need to be in a conference now, but I think then there was less of a need to be in a conference.
True. Very true. I mean, less viewership. I mean, less networks carrying it for sure.
Well, there's only 4 channels.
It was limited,
time.
Right? And so, I mean, that makes complete and total sense. And I'm not trying to jump on John Swafford again, but might as well. I don't care.
No, go ahead.
The third tier rights is just another thing, and the deal that he did for basketball and football, which equaled the SEC in just football. Everybody was all happy about it. I'm like, we're giving up another daggum sport, and then a few years later, he's got to go ahead and give third tier rights. And when they brought that grant of rights, I was like, please don't sign that. Just we'll deal with whatever the hell we have to deal with, but just to know that we're attached for another 15 years makes me absolutely sick.
Hey, good to see you, Baylor, man. He wants to bring back the Big East.
Hey, Jeff,
people laugh about it now. I mean, people laugh about it now, but I mean, back when Miami was in the Big East, and the Big East was one of the big conferences, you had Miami doing good. That's back when Syracuse was a powerhouse. That's back when Rutgers was consistently in the top 25. Virginia Tech was a consistently good team. Then they had those runs with Michael Vick and his younger brother.
So this is interesting, Slim. I didn't realize that's like history, right? I mean, it used to be called something else, like you're saying the Big East. How long ago was that?
Well, I mean, it was the Big East in 2004 when Miami joined that. I don't remember what year exactly they changed the name to the AAC.
Yeah, the Big East.
I always just paid attention to LSU football, and that was it.
Yeah.
I've broken a bubble, and I've come out of that bubble, and I'm learning all about other teams, and it's exciting,
Well, it's like PJ just said a minute ago. It was in the 90s when Arkansas left the Southwest Conference and joined the SEC.
Hey, Jeff, I got a question to ask you. Is BYU joining the Big 12 in all sports, or are they pulling like a Notre Dame and just doing it for all sports except football?
No. They're in. They're full blown.
I wasn't sure how that was going to work. If they were doing it like Notre Dame did or not.
I mean, I'm not that old, but I'm old enough to still remember when the Big 12 was called the Big 8.
Mm-hmm.
Big East Conference existed in football from 79 to 2013.
See,
right.
Basically,
but they were originally founded. The Big East was originally founded as almost like a Catholic school basketball league in the Northeast, because you had Georgetown, Seton Hall, Providence, Boston College, Villanova, St. John's. Those are all Catholic schools. Then you had, I mentioned Georgetown. Then you had on the periphery, you had Marquette and DePaul.
What up, TB?
So, that's pretty much, you had, it was a big Catholic basketball conference. And throw in Xavier and Creighton. Those are other Catholic schools that are primarily basketball. But when you go to football, the only universities that play FBS football that are affiliated with the Catholic Church is Boston College and Notre Dame. That's it.
Yeah, that's another reason Notre Dame should join the ACC. Sorry.
I mean, I agree with you. Like I said, I think it's to the point now, as much as I didn't care whether or not Miami was in a conference back in the day, I think everybody should be now, just because it's the way it's just the way everything's gone.
What's going on, Mr. Baskins?
Nothing much.
He's in the shed again.
You said what?
You said you're in the basement again.
Yeah, always.
God, I'm old enough to remember when Syracuse had Donovan McNabb and gave us nightmares. I mean, beat the bejesus out of Miami.
Oh, he killed Clemson in a bowl game. I remember I was in high school, and for Christmas I had a foreign exchange student the year before, and he was from Germany. I went to Germany, and when I came back and saw what Syracuse did to Clemson, it made me sick.
Okay, you see me better like this. Nothing much, man. Just sick, feeling better, but just
It's not the chopstick sick, is it? The COVID
from Chinese food.
It
Yeah.
comes from that Mexican beer.
Tater Man.
You're talking about the. I got you. Nah, y'all.
Lou came up with chopstick sick, so I can't take credit for that one.
I haven't heard that one from him. No, but I'm all right. I'm doing better. I was jumping on. I didn't even know I was in the chat earlier until you said what's up. I was in the back.
I don't know what was going on there. I mean, I checked both, lists, and you weren't on them anymore, and everyone is screaming at me, "He's blocked, unblock him." I didn't block him. I unblocked him.
I know it wasn't you. I have a good guess of who it was. Earlier before you
Ballard.
Before you went live, I was just doing like a pop-up stream, and I tried to finish it real quick to jump over to this one. And he jumped into my comment section. He was mad. He goes, "You need to quit going live when I'm going live." I'm like, Ballard, I don't even subscribe to you. I don't even know when you're going live.
So why is Ballard mad at you
But
for
he
going
does it to
live
other
when
people.
He goes live during my stream,
Yeah.
which I've been doing 73 streams now. It actually is more than that, but not 70 anyway. But I've been doing this. This is my 73rd episode. He's doing live streams in the middle of my streams. He ain't got no right to be mad at me or you or anybody.
No, I know. I told him. I said, I guess it doesn't matter. Everybody in my stream timed him out. So
Uncle Lou says if I lost 2 viewers, it's because Ballard is live. Traveling Fools came up with another one. He calls it the Kung Flu.
Oh, there you go.
Y'all realize every time you criticize China, LeBron James and Mark Cuban have to write an apology letter, don't you? I hope y'all know that.
And they get paid
I'm
too.
sorry. I thought it was every time someone got COVID, another basketball player got their wings or something like that.
Close enough. Close enough.
And then Battle Angel is chiming in with the Korean Chinese thing. So whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't know why Battle Angel let Lou get away with that the other night. But all right. That's her problem, not mine.
Isn't she late for her shift at the Happy House?
I ain't touching that one. She gonna come to Slob Olympics and kick your ass, son.
Well, I hope that they take me to the Happy House. I'm gonna have to pop up one day in Augusta. They can take me.
Yeah, I would like to go. I think I'll go to Augusta and have Lou take me to the Happy House. That would that would be amusing.
I don't mean the Happy House. I meant the Mouse's Ear. That's what I meant.
Well, that's in Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
That's over by Pigeon Forge.
That's the place to go. No. It's just a hotel with maids that do services.
Is that legal?
No, it's not. It's not at all.
Well, depending on it's legal in Nevada.
Yeah, well, that's a bunny ranch or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Wait, isn't that where they keep? Don't they keep? What's his name? Hugh Hefner. That's where they keep his body. The bunny ranch. No.
It wouldn't surprise me. Keep it mummified or something like that.
Yeah, they just keep them there.
I mean, if you really think about it, you realize how miserable probably the last 10 years, 15 years of his life were. Because what does a 70, 80, 90-year-old man have in common with a bunch of 20-year-olds?
Sex organs.
You can only pop so much Viagra.
I mean, they're probably doing experiments on him, making sure that.
And I mean, at that point, he's only got the cardio to go for about 3.5 minutes. So what are you going to do with the rest of your day?
Yeah, true.
Well, that's what the swimming pool is for.
Yeah, with Hef, pimping it easy.
Yeah, true. Lou, hey, I said I would, big dog. You have to give me like 2 weeks to kind of settle down, get back into training and get that back up, and then I will. I'll come down and watch the game with you and hang out. Lou was very nice, and he invited me to come hang out with him for one Saturday stream. So if I go missing,
that would be fun. That would be a lot of fun. I got to hang out with Lou once.
Yeah.
I even did a Monday morning show together. That was a lot of fun. It was cold in that garage, though. I got to tell you, it was November in Athens, and it was cold for this poor Florida boy.
I was going to back in 2017, and they kept talking about possibly Miami and Georgia playing each other, but it just worked out that way.
Well, if I go missing, y'all know what happened.
Bring snacks.
It's because Ballard made a fake page and called his name Uncle Lou, and Ballard's trying to get me to Ballard's trying to make me go missing.
Ballard's too passive aggressive for that.
He's probably gonna make me do some TikToks with him.
Oh God. No.
He's gonna lock you in a basement and make you do shitty dance videos on TikTok.
Well, I'd already be used to the basement part, but the shitty TikTok dances.
The only thing worse would be being forced to do TikTok videos with Chess Hall.
Oh,
because he won't wear a shirt when he makes TikTok videos. It's
and I think him and Ballard are working together.
Well, I mean, a lot of those we cannot confirm nor deny that Chess Hall's wearing anything.
Oh, I see what you did there. Yeah, that's true.
Well, this was the guy who decided to moon the entire hotel at the last Slav Olympics.
Well, no, I mean, tell it how it happened. He got pantsed. He didn't do it.
No. He did some kind of ass cheeks pressed up against the glass thing.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that, and he left his butt flat.
No, he left his ass juice. That's what BVD said, and I'm like, That is the most that had to be probably one of the most disgusting things I've ever heard in my life. Ass juice
I was
on
thinking
a
about
door.
I was thinking about Friday night. My bad.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I mean, can you think of anything grosser than that?
A few
Only
things.
one or two things, but they involve puking. So.
Oh yeah, I hate vomit. I can't be around someone. Now
You're a nurse.
I know, but I take care of babies. Their throw up isn't nasty. You know, once you're big enough to start eating foods, your vomit can be chunky, it can be discolored, it can be smelly, it can be
Come on now. Yeah, come on. You just said you don't want to talk about it.
Okay, as somebody
baby throw up doesn't bother me.
As somebody that's been thrown up on by a baby, I'm going to disagree.
How old was
what about not by a baby?
So
but was she like a year old?
Well, I mean, it was my daughter, so I mean, from the time she was born.
Gotcha. Okay.
I fortunately have never been thrown up on, so well, unless you count the baby spit up things, but an actual functioning person with a functioning digestive system eating solid food, throwing up on me, fortunately, has not happened. So
I mean, sometimes the milk is curdled, but it still doesn't stink.
Oh my goodness! Can we please not?
Oh, TK, we're gonna have to mute your microphone here. Come on, man.
Yes.
Oh no, it's not. I'm not saying it's fun. Be Battle Angel. It's definitely not fun. Like when you get anything at work. Like if a baby pees on you or throws up or whatever, you go to the OR and you get new scrubs and it's like, yeah, I've had that happen. I've had.
Now, Battle Angel is right. He mooned everyone from the hotel room. That you were told correctly. Yes. He left ass juice all over the window when he did it. So
something about leaving ass juice.
If I'm not mistaken, wasn't it Jesse that pantsed him Friday night when we were leaving the restaurant?
Yep, that was Jesse. He pantsed him right there in the street.
Right.
The boy was wearing shorts, elastic band shorts on, and he was hanging around a bunch of, drinking slobs. Shit's gonna happen, man.
Well, I mean, the only knock I'm going to put on that is the fact that mine and Pete's kids were there.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Well, no,
I don't remember where your kids were at the time. I was sort of behind Jesse, and I really didn't see it.
I was trying to be back. Huffer Billy Paul is calling me. I will see you in a bit.
All right.
See you then.
But luckily, mine was behind me, so she missed it.
Slim, you were there when this happened, then.
Oh yes, I was there. Everybody
would it be fair to say if someone were given, with a pair of tongs and plastic gloves, rubber gloves, Chess's shorts, and they were perhaps laundered and sterilized, would they be of enough size that you could perhaps rig them up as a sailboat and use them for like your catamaran out on the ocean?
I mean, I wouldn't have a problem trying to power my 18-footer with it.
Yeah.
If that answers your question.
They were pretty big shorts, yes.
Yeah. Now I admit that I do a lot of my clothes shopping at a place here on Ingersoll Avenue that's called G&L Clothing, which is actually the last names of the two owners, one of whom is about a 5'4", 120-pound Jewish guy. And
wait a minute. Before you finish the story, there are Jews in Iowa?
Oh yeah, quite a few in Des Moines, actually. We have both a Reformed and a traditional temple here.
What the hell are Jewish people doing in Iowa, for God's sake?
What are you being some kind of USA snob about the states and where people live?
Yes.
You shouldn't be like that.
There's a lot.
I'm gonna smack you.
Saleen, there are a lot of there are a lot of Danes and a lot of Germans by ethnicity in Des Moines.
Good point. Good point. Serious tip. That good point. There are a lot of He's
so,
right.
But anyway, I go to this.
I'm just having some fun.
I go to this
you
clothing store.
You realize that there are Jews all the way to the West Coast, right? I mean, some of them even white men.
Yes, I'm very aware of that. Although I don't think there are a lot of Jewish people in Idaho.
I cannot confirm or deny.
Anyway.
Make sure I'm wearing high heels, TK.
Yeah, when you smack me around, you have to be wearing high heels.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are you talking about?
By the way,
make sure you're wearing stilettos.
Speaking of Judaism for just a second, at sunset tonight is the beginning of Yom Kippur. I'm releasing a video about that, but it is the highest of the high holy days. It is the Day of Atonement.
Yes, it
They'll
is.
run from sunset tonight till sunset tomorrow night.
So Saleen has to fast.
So you can't be on any of these streams. You can't watch anything. You can
Right.
just fast. So you're not going to watch any games?
It's Wednesday.
Wait a minute. Oh, you mean it's tonight? Okay, I'm sorry. Forget it. Never mind.
It'll be over Thursday, sunset Thursday. It's a day of fasting and prayer and reflection.
And a Jewish day goes from sunset to sunset.
Yes.
So it's not it's not the calendar. It's not like when Saleen wakes up Thursday to when he goes to bed Thursday. It's right.
In Judaism, the holidays move around a lot because we go by the lunar calendar and not by the Gregorian calendar.
Oh, well, remember this calendar talk? When it
that's why Easter is not the same Sunday every year, because it has to be 40 days after Passover.
Lou needs to come on. It had Lou was no, it was on BBD's thing, I think. And remember Vol, what was his name? That young kid who was sassy to everybody.
I don't remember this.
He never mind.
No, it's another. Anyway, but the high holy days begin with Rosh Hashanah, which was last week. They end with Yom Kippur, which is, well, it'll end tomorrow night. But I'm okay to stream up to a point. I don't have to jump off and go, oh my God, but I just thought I'd throw that in there. Anyway, you were talking about a clothing store.
I'm sorry. Look at Vandy Dandy's comment.
Well, Vandy Dandy is a little, his mind's
I like
a little.
Vandy Dandy.
Yeah, I like him too, but he's a little bit out there. His mind has gone a little bit bonjour. You know what I mean?
Unique. You see, I like crazy, weird people.
Yes, I know.
And Vandy Dandy is very, what's the word I'm looking for? Unique. He is unique.
He is unique.
He is, what's the word I'm looking for? He's unique.
That's a very easy way of putting it. Yeah, he's unique, all right.
And can you believe this? I'm still getting messages on my phone from members of Gator Nation on Facebook that are absolutely triggered by my comments about, the Gators, that we are in major trouble. And they're still triggered about the comments I made during the game. That's 4 days ago? Jesus Christ, guys, get a life.
Well, I mean, for the Miami fans, I'm crazy for saying that the entire coaching staff doesn't.
What do you say?
Hey, Pa.
Oh, Huffabilly here.
Huffabilly Pa.
He didn't get a notification. Oh my God.
Hey guys, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off. It's the wife's birthday week, and we're going celebrating tonight. So I'll chat with you later.
Buy her a nice gift.
All right.
Later, P digits.
Take care, guys.
Later, PB. Thanks for stopping by. All right. Well, she keeps singing. Trying to break the microphone or something. I don't know. Oh, TB's back.
What up? Huff Billy Paul told me to give all of y'all a shout out. He said you're all amazing people, and anytime that you guys would like to make no, okay, he didn't say any of that. He did say he loves you guys though. Hope y'all are doing well.
Oh, he can't. I guess he can't come on.
Oh, he's about to. He said he's about to jump in the comment. He just got off work.
Oh, he's in the comments. So I should put the link up for him. And I can't because I'm in the wrong screen. There you go, Huffabilly.
Well, just come in for a little bit, Paul. 5:30. You know, you got time.
Well, he's got a call. He said he's got a call around 5:30. He was me and him didn't get to talk a lot yesterday, so he was calling to check on me.
36 minutes according to my clock.
Yeah, he got time to jump in and give us the Clemson perspective, or whatever that is. And ain't no Georgia people in here, so he can talk freely.
Wow. Saleen, I'm not a Georgia guy.
I that's right, you are a Georgia guy. I forgot about that. That's my bad. There's so many people come in here, and there's so many different teams, and sometimes I forget who's who, except for Slim and Jeff, because they're icons.
Even with Tiger Baskins in here, I'll say this: some of these Georgia fans are starting to go just a wee bit too far.
Yep.
Because I've seen this common thread amongst Georgia fans, and then Lou did it in his "Your Season Is Over" video, that there's Alabama, Georgia, and then everybody else. Clemson is still clearly on that top level. I mean, whether
now, Slim, stop. Don't overemphasize Clemson's level.
Dang, I don't even have to do it. Clemson man gonna do it for me. Do it to him. Tell him how to do it.
I agree with you, Slim. I agree with you, Slim.
He's an LSU fan because of the name Tiger. You know,
I know.
How my mind works.
Uncle Lou's giving me a lot of crap for it. He says I need to change my name.
Nah, leave it alone.
No. Hell no.
Leave it alone, man. You are Tiger Baskins. Even if I sold my Saleen tomorrow, I would still be SaleenDriver.
Yeah, don't be a Nate. Don't be a Nate. You don't need to change.
Yes. Exactly, J-Dub.
Nate's changed.
By the way, TK, by the way, how do you do these videos? These are incredibly funny as hell.
It's through Snapchat, but the thing is, they only give you a minute to do a video. Like, you know, TikTok, which TikToks are cool too, but they give you like 10 seconds or, you know.
Yeah.
They just changed the update though now where you can get like 3 or 4 minutes on TikTok.
See, if I could have 3 or 4 minutes, I could do a really quick hype and hate, but with a little bit more material in it, you know? Like
But would you have the hot dog filter?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
You hate that. Y'all hate it, huh? You hate it. It hurts your ears.
I love the hot dog filter.
You know who else hates it? Lou.
Oh,
who cares?
Who cares what he thinks? Come on, man.
No, but I mean, what I'm saying is, I think what I'm saying is there are things that are irritating to people, and that voice.
That was funny as hell.
I like the voice changer on that one, but I guess it's like it's too high for it hurts Saleen's ears because it's, and I'm literally talking even kind of low, you know, when I talk.
I never complained once.
So it doesn't go bad, real bad.
I never complained once about the hot dog filter. It's the Arlene filter that kills me.
Oh, and I can't find her right now. See, I have my hot dog saved, and I'm trying to find Arlene, and I can't find her.
You know,
you are Arlene.
And TK's got a point. You can get kind of carried away with those trash talk video. I never had any intention for mine to be almost 10 minutes long. It just happened that way.
It's
Yeah,
awesome.
like
I wish I could do a trash talk video, but my mind just doesn't work that way for some reason. I just can't sit there and scream at my phone and say Alabama is blah blah blah, Georgia's blah blah blah, Florida State. Well,
Saleen.
Florida State I could probably do it easy enough, but
Saleen, your
don't.
mind works in a better way, in a different way. It's not the same. That's what makes it great. You don't the same guy.
Now I can trash talk Camaros.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
That might be the next video.
Probably will. Now I will not trash talk Mopar because I actually like Mopar, but I don't like GM cars.
What about Edward Scooter?
Why is that?
Could you trash?
I mean, I know you drive Ford, but you never owned a GM or you never liked them.
I never owned one, and I never really liked them. Although I do like the 68 to 82 C3 Corvette. I like that body style, but I wouldn't own one.
It's a nice body.
Yeah, I love the Coke bottle fenders. Yeah, the big
first car you owned. I mean,
it's very sexy.
Does it
very
remind
curvy.
you? Yeah, it reminds you. Do you stroke the sides like and pretend it's a woman?
Now those front fenders, boobs.
The front fenders. Is that the
front
boobies?
fenders are the boobs, the rear fenders are the hips.
You know,
curves in nicely.
I like a car and a truck as much as the next person, but I've never gone out there and stroked any vehicle.
No, that's creepy.
Well, Slim, stroking is a good thing sometimes. Just letting you know.
Especially when you're waxing. Give it a try sometime, Slim.
Okay.
Hey, Tiger, have you came across any more wasp nests or hornet's nests lately?
This stream is turning into a hornet's nest.
Yeah, that's
go from PG to
into a shit show.
It always happens when I come on.
No,
never.
It has nothing to do with you. It's all Slim Shady's fault.
Wax on.
Yeah, we'll blame Slim. There we go.
All right.
Yeah, I'll blame. That's fine with me. But my statement still rings true that I may have waxed a vehicle or two, but I've never stroked a vehicle or two.
Hey, Slim, how surprised were you about the end of the Tampa game last Thursday?
I'm sorry, do what? I completely zoned out there for a second.
How surprised was you that Tampa had to kick a field goal to win the game last Thursday?
Not at all. First games, even in the NFL, are usually ugly.
But that was a pretty good game, though.
It was.
I don't want to talk about the National Felons League on my channel.
Okay, there. Sorry, but no, Saleen.
This is a non-NFL zone.
Yeah, nonsense.
20-0, and come the end of this year, Tom Brady will have as many rings as JPP has fingers.
Well,
Saleen's first car was what, the 64.5 Mustang?
No, my first car was actually a 1981 Supra.
I had that too.
No guts. No guts at all, but a beautiful paint job.
I did have a Supra.
I'm not going to lie. I've kind of got a little bit of a hatred for Mustangs because the most injured I've ever gotten in a wreck was a buddy of mine rear-ended somebody, and he was driving a 66 Mustang, and I found out that dashboard's a little harder than my head is.
Oh, well, that's not the car's fault. That's
the driver's fault.
I don't care. It was the car's dashboard that my forehead hit. It wasn't.
Now, the one time I was absolutely scared, the most scared I ever was in a GM car. It was my friend had a 455 Super Duty Firebird. Wasn't a Trans Am, it was a Firebird, looked like a Trans Am. And he decided to hit a pair of bridges we have in town here. We call them the humpbacks. And if you hit the first humpback at a good enough speed and you get enough speed up to the second one, your car will get airborne. and he got enough speed up in that damn car that he cleared. He hit that second bridge going up, and when he hit the crest, he cleared the entire down part of that bridge and belly flopped the car on the flat part of the road beyond and bounced. And I don't know how he did break the car in half, but he broke the car pretty bad, but scared the crap out of me. I didn't get in a car for like a week. I couldn't do it. And it hurt my back too. Those cars don't bounce real well in terms of comfort, but scared the little piss out of me though.
So they're not Tiggers. They don't bounce.
No. They are not. The bottoms are not made out of spring. That's for damn sure.
My uncle's got a 85 Grand National that he bought floor, and that thing.
Slim, I can't hear you very well, bud.
Slim, you're breaking up. We heard 85 Grand National, and then your sound fell apart.
Oh, my bad. I said my uncle had a 85 Grand National that he bought brand new, and we found out one day that it'll hit almost 200 miles an hour going across the Courtney Campbell Causeway from Tampa into Clearwater.
Yeah, a lot of people love the Courtney Campbell drag strip. That's for damn sure. And Raj, don't knock humpbacks until you try one. Don't knock it until you try, Raj. And I did not own a 74 Maverick, so stop it.
So now I understand.
No, it's a 74 Pinto.
Hang on. Now I understand why Slim is a Miami fan. He banged his head into a dash really hard.
I banged my head into that dash in 2008.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
I was a Miami fan long before then.
Oh.
So you banging your head made you stay a Miami fan. That's because I know after 2000 and what, 2 or 3, I started to drop off, which it may have been 2004.
Try 2005. They made a New Year's Six game in 2005.
So it's been 16 long years.
Not really, because they made the. Let's see.
Well,
they made
to be fair, I mean, look how long it's been.
Oh, you said in 12 years?
They won a natty. Are you talking about since they won a natty?
No, he's talking about New Year's Six Bowl.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm not the type of person where the only definition of a success.
I'll finish what you said. You're going in and out, Slim, but he said he's not the type that only defines a football team by a national championship. Because I know Florida State won one in what, 2012? Is that right?
13,
and their program right now is not Tier 1.
Well, no, what I'm saying is a national title isn't everything. New Year's Six game is still an accomplishment for a team.
Yeah, we agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
We didn't make any goals last year, but I mean, we're usually in that range, New Year's Six Bowl-ish,
Yeah, we made a New Year's Six Bowl last year and got our asses stomped. So, success, right?
Right. One of the guys that I work with, Saleen, he's a huge Florida fan. And that's the main thing he talks about is how, first off, y'all need to fire Todd Grantham. I'm like, I've heard that before, and I agree. Second, he says that the quarterback situation, he feels like this game against Alabama is when he's finally going to let Anthony Richardson get more playing time, that he just didn't want to throw him out there and, throw him to the Wolves.
It's a secret. Alabama's gonna. I mean, hopefully the guy's got his hammy okay, and I think it's a secret. Yeah.
No,
I would say it's a secret.
Just before I came on, I read a press release from UF. They said that Richardson is expected to play in the game extensively, but Jones is going to be the starter.
Yeah, they sent Richardson to Megan Mullen's office. He's gonna be just fine.
Yeah, you know, I was waiting for a Megan Mullen reference, so
there you go.
It took a while, Slim. You're slipping. You took a while, but you got there. So
a lot of cocoa butter was used.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
But another thing is,
a little KY on a hammy. That'll help.
Yep.
Yes, there was four buckets of KY used for some reason.
Oh, I understand it. I understand it. The Mullen household, they're bringing that shit in by the oil drum. So no problem.
Well, and another thing too about the whole. Okay, I don't see how you can hide Anthony Richardson when this dude went 3 for 3 passing and had 157 yards. Passing.
No, nobody's gonna. AR-15 is not gonna sneak up on anybody anymore. But you know, there was a guy on Gator Nation. It's a group on Facebook, and he suggested why not just have the two quarterbacks play one half each. You know, they get the whole half, no rotation, just play them. And I said, fine. Just make sure that AR-15 plays the second half. I got jumped on for that. I mean,
I got asked, who is AR-15?
Anthony Richardson.
It's a rifle. It's a rifle.
I know it's a rifle. I was shot when I was in the Army, but I was just wondering. I want to talk about that one.
Yeah, AR is Anthony Richardson, and he wears number 15, so he got the nickname AR-15.
Okay, so where's the old? No, wait a minute. Did Tebow wear 15?
Yeah. Tebow wore 15.
So basically,
as a matter of clarification, no, you didn't shoot an AR-15 in the Army. You shot an M4. There's a big difference.
When I was in Slim.
What?
No, I thought it was like that back in the 90s.
No, it's an M4 that you shot in the Army, not an AR-15. There's a big difference.
I've shot a BB gun.
I've stolen AR-15. Wait.
That M4 was back like in the early.
I stole a BB gun.
Like 4 or 2 or something.
She said I stole a BB gun.
I like my Springfield 40 cal. That's a nice pistol.
Hog, what you're talking about is the M1 Garand.
Okay.
Oh no, come on, bro! It ain't the 70s. Hold on now.
I don't know. I didn't shoot the M4. I mean, much because my duty weapon was like the. That's when they was coming out with the Berettas and stuff.
Damn! Look at Battle Angel. I've shot an AR-15. Badass.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a really nice gun to shoot. I never shot one myself, but
how many people have you killed?
Said it's really a nice action rifle to shoot.
BA wouldn't kill anybody, first of all, so let's be clear. Secondly, the fact that she would shoot.
We know that.
Is incredible.
Yo, don't let her fool you.
No, she wouldn't hurt anybody. She wouldn't hurt anybody if somebody told her to.
I think it's badass.
All right, I've got to ask the question. Y'all do realize that an AR-15 is essentially a 22 on steroids, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just a quick fire 22. That's all it is.
Now, I guess my thing is, y'all do realize that no matter what kind of gun it is, it probably can kill somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Yeah. That's what they're designed.
It ain't for the faint of heart.
Probably not the BB gun. Probably not the
BB
gun.
No. Give me 50 BBs. We'll make sure.
They could take out an eye. We're not going to be dead.
Go ahead, Slim.
Hey,
why did Battle Angels say edible panties? Where did that come from?
Don't know.
I'm not even going to.
Battle Angels just blurted out edible panties. Okay. Cool.
She said she shot at moving targets. Okay.
No, it says at targets, not moving. But I mean,
I just suspect.
Or maybe she shot at Target. You know, the store. Maybe she's a maniac. You know. Somebody didn't refund her money and she went postal.
Oh, we were talking about Megan Mullen. That's why she said edible panties.
Oh, okay. I'm sure Megan Mullen has edible panties. I'm sure of that.
Probably has a lot of pairs of those too.
I mean, considering some of the rumors that have come out of Florida, I've heard even worse. I heard they stick her in a little kiddie pool, cover her mayonnaise, and the players throw lunch meat at her to see what sticks.
Okay.
That is absolutely
That's an image I didn't need, sir. Thank you very much for that. Especially since I'm going to be having dinner here in a little while. It's the last meal I get for a day, so.
But I mean, it's classy stuff. They use like boar's head lunch meat.
Oh, well, boar's head. Okay. If it's boar's
There
head
you go,
lunch.
Slim.
Did they get it from Publix? If they get it from Publix Deli, then we're all right.
Freshly sliced.
And just to troll Lou, they use Duke's mayonnaise.
I don't think Lou's on here anymore. He popped in a couple of times.
He's not crazy. He should have held with this. I get it. But BA, no more edible panty comments. That's not appropriate.
Oh, good. BA has moved on to the high dollar meat comments, so she's moved on now. So.
Now, see, this one you can. This one you can blame on me. I'll take all the blame for this.
I'd love to hear it, Slim, but your mic just cut out again.
Who's are you watching TV in the background, Saleen?
No, TV's off. See?
Oh, is that you watching TV?
Turn TV off, brother.
Yeah, it's
Michael
him. Look
Hogue.
at this little thing is moving around his thing.
Oh, sorry, I thought I had it.
Oh,
there you go.
I was like, wait, why do I was like, I hear.
My fault.
I was like, I hear Kirk Herbstreit. He's not on the stream.
Well, that was Joe Clark. They're talking
I would
about
not let Kirk Herbstreit on my stream for money. I wouldn't do it. I do not like Kirk Herbstreit.
That's true.
Hey, Saleen, if you get a chance, I know you don't like him, but you should check out his book, though. They came out with this summer.
Oh, when he was younger, the book's about when he was younger, Saleen. He used to sell crack for rent money for his mom. I'm lying.
That's kind of sad, really.
I'm lying. I'm lying through my
What should you
teeth.
say about Herbstreit?
If somebody gave me the book, I might read it, but I would not be buying that book.
So what's your disdain towards Herbstreit?
He has too much of a too much small town bias, and I don't like the way he talks about the SEC. And I think I think he's overrated as a commentator or whatever you call him, prognosticist or what the hell is he? No, not a protagonist.
Prognosticator?
I don't know what the hell he does. He just sits there at a desk and tries to keep the other guy from falling over.
Corso?
Yeah, I like Corso. He's funny, but he's getting up there though. He's a little whiffy.
Yeah, he
But,
is.
he's still funny. I haven't watched
Corso-
Game Day in a long time though. Does he still do the mascot thing?
Yeah, he does.
Are they going to be in Florida this week or
No, they're Happy Valley.
Oh, I wonder if SEC Nation will be in Gainesville.
I think they are.
Wait. So who's the game of the week?
Auburn and Penn State.
Auburn and Penn State is the game of the week.
That's right, because Saleen will be muting his TV because he don't want to listen to Gary Danielson for 3 hours.
No, I when I watch the Florida game, I'll watch the game on either on the computer or on TV, depending on where I am. But I'll listen to the radio feed.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
because I love me some Mick Hubert.
Yeah, they're picking Penn State and Auburn over Florida versus Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's a CBS game Saturday. CBS has a game Saturday.
Stupid.
You're picking
That's
Penn State, who started out their season last year 0-4, 0-5. Hold on. You're picking Auburn that has a brand new head coach who hasn't even had time to install the offense. Oh man.
Listen to TB dropping facts and calling out fools here. He's absolutely right. Why would you pick the Penn State Auburn game over Florida Alabama? Now we know Florida is going to lose the game, but come on.
But the point is, it's a rematch. This is an SEC championship rematch. Why would you not want to see that? Don't nobody want to see Penn State and
because ABC doesn't do SEC stuff that much. Remember?
Either way,
they are part of ESPN.
Either way,
yeah, that's true. ABC is part of ESPN, and the game will be on ABC. So
yes,
that makes sense. Yeah, because game day isn't going to promote a game nationally that's on CBS. Now, I mean, they'll let SEC Nation go there because it's an SEC game, but I mean, it's on CBS, so they're not going to promote it.
Yeah.
I can't wait for CBS to lose their SEC contract. They're
How bad do you think he's going to be for Nebraska Saturday?
Huh?
Who's Nebraska playing?
How bad do you think he'll be for Nebraska Saturday?
Well, who do they play? Is it Ohio State again?
No, it's Oklahoma.
Oh, Oklahoma's going to roll over them like a steamroller. That's not even going to be competitive.
I think one of the issues that we're going to have is Florida is going to scare Alabama a little bit because they are 15. They're not going to beat them, but they're going to scare them.
Maybe.
Well, I'm already scared.
Florida ain't got no defense though. They got this guy. They get this piece of shit. You know, as long as he's rolling, as long as he's
talking about Grantham.
Now, Grantham, as long as Grantham is rumbling around the sidelines at Florida Field or wherever, wearing orange and blue, Florida ain't going to scare anybody. He needs to go. He needed to go at the end of the LSU game. He needed to go at the end of the Oklahoma game.
Yeah.
Hell, I was of the opinion he needed to go after the Texas A&M game, which was an embarrassment.
Wow.
He needed to go.
You said that was him, but what about Trask having a horrible game?
Against
Oklahoma.
Against Oklahoma, he had a horrible game, but half his offense was gone.
Oh, you're talking about the bowl game when everybody had sat out?
Yeah.
So you can't really
I don't even know why Trask bothered to dress out for the first half. I wouldn't have. I mean, the entire offensive weaponry was said we're not playing. I would have said fuck it. I didn't blame him for that at all.
Hey guys, I just got this wave of nausea out of nowhere. So I'm gonna take care of that. Take something for my nausea.
I'm sorry about that, TK.
Hope you feel better, TK.
Thank you. Well, I've been kind of feeling my stomach's kind of been bothering me, but now it's just like
Well, I appreciate you being here, even though you weren't feeling good. I didn't know you weren't feeling good.
I can hide it real good sometimes.
I
think
the hot dog picture hides it very well.
Yeah.
Wartide Roll Eagle.
Huh?
Wartide Roll Eagle.
But no, I'm not really an Alabama fan. You know that, right?
Oh, sorry. Oh, you're LSU. Sorry.
No,
I'm Tigers. My fault. Please forgive me.
Yeah. I'm LSU Tigers fan, but Arlene, the Alabama fan, is my, it's one of my
alter ego.
Alter egos.
Okay.
It kills me to say such nice things about Alabama, but I just love that character.
Yeah.
I understand. I do. I understand.
No, I gotta ask you this. When you're working in the hospital, does the Arlene's character ever come out sometimes and make the baby feel better?
Not unless I want to.
Believe me, nobody wants to hear Arlene's accent in a NICU.
Well, I mean, like if I just started all of a sudden acting like different people and saying my name, was it? And
yeah,
then
that would be a problem.
They might send me to the behavioral unit.
Yeah, the giggle ward.
Yeah.
The place where we give you the little needle and then everybody feels better. Anyway, it's okay, TK. I'm going to wrap up now anyway because I actually have to. I actually have to eat at a specific time tonight because sunset and holiday. Well,
Okay.
not holiday, but anyway, yeah. So I'm going to wrap up anyway. So I'm going to be busy tonight anyway. So might as well get it going.
Sounds good.
But I hope you feel better.
Thank you. Have a good Yom Kippur.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a nice, easy fast. Without the falling over part.
So how long does this last, Saleen? What is it, like
24 hours. 20, technically 26 hours.
Oh, all right.
Starting in about an hour.
Since you're diabetic, you get to have like broth and stuff.
I have a special. Actually, if you watch my video, which is coming out in about half an hour, I actually explained that. I made a video about Yom Kippur. But there is a special discompensation for people with medical issues. It's actually a mitzvah for a sick person, quote unquote, sick person to eat, just as it is a mitzvah for a healthy person to fast. Okay. Mitzvah is a Yiddish word for blessing. So,
gotcha.
But I will try not to do. I will try and do as little eating as possible to repent, because I'm not a good person.
Mm-hmm. You are a great person. Never sell yourself short, man. It's what burned me about people. They say they never try anything or always talk bad about themselves.
No, I meant in terms of it. What are you eating, like beef jerky?
Yeah, I am.
Well,
yeah, I mean beef jerky.
I love beef jerky. I do.
Same.
Two things get true at once. I mean, I'm a nice person and an asshole all at the same time. So two things true at the same time.
I love beef jerky. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it with the teriyaki flavor. That's my favorite one.
That's exactly what flavor this is.
I love teriyaki beef jerky.
I like all the flavors, I think. Well, that I've ever tried.
She said I like all the flavors.
The one with the Cajun spices when I can find
Ever
it.
make your own before?
I have both of them. I have the hot and spicy and the teriyaki.
No, I don't have the. I know there are things that they sell to make your own jerky. The drying rigs and all that. But I can go to Publix and buy a bag of it and just eat it all real quick. Well, you can't eat jerky.
It never lasts.
Yeah, but Saleen, I have a dehydrator at my house. You can't go to the store and buy deer jerky. I have deer jerky.
Deer jerky is
I've never had deer jerky. That sounds.
You will like it.
It's amazing. Amazing.
Maybe bring some to the Slob Olympics.
It is good. Homemade beef jerky. Well, because I had a boyfriend who had he would make beef jerky, his own beef jerky, and put all the his own spices and shit on it. It's good.
He put shit on jerky?
Not shit, you know what I mean, like soy sauce and whatever the hell else he put. He was like a cook.
Nice.
Well, look, I'll let you go again, Saleen. I know you're about to get off. I'm gonna do a pop-up stream about maybe 6:30. Hopefully Ballard's going live then, and I can steal some of his viewers.
Hell yeah.
There you go. But anyways, dude, thank you for letting me come on. And I'll see you.
I'm always trying to figure out, Saleen,
no problem.
And maybe you tell me, is there's times I've wanted to stream, but I just got to figure out what time to do it till. so I don't interrupt other streamers.
Well, you just got to find out when people are, usually streaming, and just, pick a time when they're not, when people that, if, that's why I picked this time. Well, actually, my original stream time on this was noon on Wednesdays instead of 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock worked better because I got more people on it. But basically, you just got to look at, okay, like where does Lou stream usually? And you'll look at their schedule. Well, BVD, Big Dog Brett. And if you're really worried about it, when does Ballard stream? When does Chess stream? When does Pigskin Pete stream? When did all the people that, you go on their streams, when did they go on? Write them down and just say, okay, well, Thursday, I'm just pulling a time out of my head here. Thursday at 4 o'clock looks good. And do a stream then. Just go live and see what happens. That's how I did. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap up because I got things to do, and I don't want to keep TK on here anymore if she's not feeling good.
I'm gonna go. TK, I hope you feel better.
It kind of passed, so I'm excited.
Well, that's good. That's good.
It was
I'm
just
glad
a quick wave.
Yeah, I hope it's the last one for the day. But I am gonna go, so I'm gonna kick y'all off.
All right.
Bye,
everybody. Love everybody.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, Salaikum Salah.
Shabbat Shalom.
All right, talk to you later, buddy.
See you later, man. See you later, Huff. Anyway, thank you to everybody who showed up on the stream. Thank you everyone in the chat. Battle Angel been here the whole time. Ballard was here, then gone, now back. Pizza Woman who wants her DC fired as much as I want my DC fired. Mike Hogue, Huffer Billy. Jesse was here earlier. Had a couple of my watch guys in there like Big Wrist and Floridian and Tennessee Mike. Jeff Webster was in. Everyone was in here. I really appreciate all the folks that show up and let me entertain them and they entertain me, and we have a great time for a couple hours. Well, in this case, 2.5 hours and going. Going to do it all again next Wednesday. So I look forward to seeing you guys then. Until then, looking forward to the games this weekend. Hope you all have fun. And even though they are almost certain to lose to the Alabama Crimson Gumps, go Gators. Screw all you haters. See ya.